Do yourself a favor, LA Kings fans. Forget about this game, don't look at the standings, and hope to God that the Kings actually remember how to play hockey when they're at home. They are the complete opposite of Vegas, who can't seem to lose a game when they're at home. The Kings have a phenomenal road record, and their home record makes me want to cry. Especially in tonight's game, where the entire first period was basically flawless. We had one penalty at the end of it, which we killed incredibly easily. We had two power play chances in which I just knew we were going to regret not scoring on them. All of the puck possession was the Kings. They owned the neutral zone. They owned the puck, basically. The Dallas Stars had two shots on goal in the first maybe like 5 minutes or so, and then didn't have another one until like 17 minutes into the first period. The Kings were phenomenal in doing everything except getting the puck in the net. And it was driving me crazy, and it's Lettinen. He's not that great, let's face it, except that the Stars are in the playoffs and the Kings aren't. And the fact that they cannot seem to capitalize on chances has a lot to do with that. We have a lot of new players since last time we've been at home, too. Wow, they've been busy, and from what I hear, they are not done. Clifford, I may be missing you soon. We'll see. I didn't want to like Phaneuf. Really didn't. Did not particularly care for him when he was on other teams. Now he's on our team, and he has 3 goals in 4 games on the road. Difficult to dislike him. Very difficult. He's been very good at keeping other players off the scoreboard too, which as a defenseman is kind of what we're looking for in him. And the Kings have needed someone else. They've had 2 pretty solid defensive pairs and one that's not quite so much, and so Phaneuf added exactly what they needed. Then we got a couple other players and got rid of Kemper, which I don't really understand. Yeah, we're going to lose him anyway, and that has seemed to be a pretty running theme for the last few years. We can't keep our backup goalie, so let's at least get something for him. Jones, we got Lucic, then we lost Budaj, and now we're losing. We always knew we were going to lose Bishop. We only kind of got him because Quick was out that season. We needed a really solid guy to be able to get a playoff push, which, whatever. I'm slightly concerned that we don't have Kemper because our goalies seem to be the only things keeping us in games these days. And Quick was no exception tonight. Quick was phenomenal. First period didn't need to do anything. Second period, the Kings fell down and stopped playing hockey. Just like completely, it was not happening. I don't think I saw the puck down in our zone for the first 10 minutes of the game. Did we get any shots on goal that period? Because maybe. I think we were being outshot like 6-1 in the first 10 minutes. The Stars came back, and Quick was on his game, and he was making save after save, and some of them even were, Jonathan Quick Jedi spectacular saves, and they were great. And you're just sitting there thinking, why is this even necessary? Your first period was so commanding. Did you just get an allotted puck possession for the game and used it all in the first period? What is happening? And yes, the Kings tend to be a letdown in the second period. So I was really hoping by the time we got to the third, because let's face it, everything about the second period is worth forgetting. I was hoping by the time they got to the third, they would have got some of that third period magic comeback that they've been so good at. And instead what we got was us kind of sitting there screaming, why? Why is this happening? Bail your goalie out because he's doing everything he can to bail you out. Play for Quick. He deserves it. He deserved so much better than what he got. There was nothing connecting. And it doesn't make any sense because Kopitar played the game of his life. Kopitar was phenomenal tonight. He makes so many good little plays. Phaneuf was great. Doughty was great, of course. The Brown Kopitar Iafallo line, their chemistry is just off the charts all the time. They made some great shots at net, and just nothing was happening. As far as the other new guys go, they haven't done anything that makes me hate them so far, so that's good. It's always difficult, especially coming from Arizona, to kind of take a new chemistry with the team, and I think so far they're going to be a good addition, but it's going to take a little time, and that's not to say that they were the reason the Kings couldn't score tonight. They just, nobody was getting a puck anywhere near Lennon, and it was so frustrating. So when that first goal of Dallas's went in, maybe 8 minutes to go in the third period, you're just sitting there going, yep, that's the game. Did not expect going into it a Stars and a Kings game was going to be no score until 52 minutes into it. And maybe even a little kind of scuffles behind the net going on. There was a little, like, feistiness going on there. No actual fights, unfortunately. As far as the scoreboard goes and, like, the score sheet, God, it didn't seem like much was going on. So, the first goal goes in for Dallas, and it just didn't look like in those 8 or so minutes the Kings were going to be able to put one in, because for the past 52 minutes before that, wasn't happening. And I knew it. I said at the beginning, oh, we're so going to regret not capitalizing on any chances we had in the first period, because we had some great ones and nothing. Sure enough, we pull Quick with a couple of minutes to go, and they get an empty net because we can't win a face-off to save our lives. Kempe, I love him, but dear Lord, learn how to win one. There were so many draws in the offensive zone that were like Kempe and Mario, and I think the new guy was on that line too. And I just didn't understand why, when you know Kempe's going to lose and you're in the offensive zone, like, why don't you put a more offensive line on there? Because you need to get more chances. You need to generate some puck possession in that zone, and they just weren't. So, unsurprisingly, there was an empty net with exactly 1 minute to go in the third period, and that was it. It was kind of over really 7 minutes before that, but that was the nail in the coffin. The Sharks helped us by losing 7-1. Thank you, guys. Go Smashville. I like that team. But the Flames did not help us at all. They won. And the Ducks beat the Stars last night, so that's not good. Like I said, don't look at the standings. Go drink a bottle of wine.